keep the code from falling apart. Try today, you'll find the way. Own it and give it some time to play. The place key open the world. It's what you're looking for. Brand new API that's free. Only one pattern that'll make you see. And that's place key. And that's place key. Let place key open the world. 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 Let place key open the world.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedules to join us for the launch of PlaceKey. And just before we get started, I want to say that I did not know about that song. So that's on the record. I didn't know. I think it's a great song, but I didn't know about it. My name is Daniel O'Donoghue. I am the host of the Mapscaping podcast. So you might recognize my voice, but you've probably never seen my face before. I'm a little bit nervous about doing this live. Oh, 2 seconds. Sorry about that. So I'm not used to doing things live. I'm definitely not used to being on camera, and I'm a little bit nervous, but deeply honored to be asked to do this. It's a real privilege, especially considering the lineup of speakers that we've got for you tonight. So I'm the MC for this event, and to help this event run smoothly today, please go ahead and set your autoplay feature that's at the top left-hand side of your screen. This will enable really smooth, effortless transitions between the sessions. You'll see that each session has a chat feature, so please feel free to use this. We would love to know what you're thinking. We'd love to know what your questions are, and we'll do our best to address these questions in the Q&A sessions. Yeah, and apart from that, be sure and post valuable learnings on social. If you use the hashtag #UnlockLocationData, that would be amazing. And what we're going to do is we're going to monitor social, and towards the end of the event, I believe, we'll choose a winner. So this is a competition. Use this hashtag on social. We'll monitor it, and the winner of the competition will receive a PlaceKey swag bag. So to get us started, I'd like to pass the screen on to a man who truly needs no introduction, Jack Dangermond, co-founder and CEO of Esri.
Hi, my name is Jack Dangermond, and I'm really happy to share some thoughts about this new work going on with SafeGraph. You know, my history has been in geography and GIS through my 50-year career, and it's so exciting to see some of the new technologies emerging into our field, the geospatial field in general. At the foundation of GIS, of course, and geospatial in general, is geography, the science of our world. And it's all about measuring geography. It's about analyzing geographic relationships and patterns. And it's about applying geographic thinking and geographic science to very practical problems, all the way from siting a retail store to protecting biodiverse areas to providing the fabric underneath which social decision-making gets done. Perhaps the most important element in the digital world today of geography is location. It's actually the location of things in space and time, of course, but especially space. This is where geography really adds so much to our applications today, to mapping, to seeing relationships between this data set and that data set. You can think of these like plastic overlays, and you look at the relationship based on location. And historically, the world has used different mechanisms for location. I mean, it started, I suppose, with somebody drawing an X on the sand in primitive societies, and we knew that place. And we knew what was north of it and south of it and right of it and left of it. We knew what was above it and below it. And this was the beginning with cartography of gesturing and understanding place. Everything happens at a place. We understand this. I'm very excited to be able to participate in the launch of this new initiative. It's an initiative to develop a new kind of digital locator, because while I've seen these sorts of attempts in the past, this one seems to me to be a really revolutionary tool that will allow us to embed a new way of location relationship finding that is easy enough for normal people like all of us to be able to embrace and use. So welcome to this meeting, and let's get started.
Hi again. Well, it's a real privilege to be sharing a virtual stage with Jack Dangermond. I mean, this guy is one of my geospatial superheroes. So thanks, Jack. Thanks for your support in this endeavor, this Place Key launch. So I just want to try and highlight a couple of things that I think were really important that Jack said. So, and I think we intuitively understand this, the importance of location. But I think it's really worth remembering that, you know, without this location, we cannot understand our world. We can't understand the physical objects in the world, where they are, but most importantly, we definitely cannot understand those relationships between and among those physical objects. So, of course, Waldo Tobler's first law of geography is everything is related, but near things are more related than distant things. And this seems obvious. It seems perhaps even a little bit old school, but I think in this virtual world, it's really, really important that we remember that these aren't just points, lines, and polygons on our screen. This is the fabric of our world, and understanding that fabric and the relationships that they share with each other, these different objects that make up that fabric share with each other, have very, very profound implications, not just for our business lives, but also for society at large. Another thing I want to point out that Jack mentioned here was that, so this has been tried before. The idea of a universal identifier for physical places is perhaps not a new idea. So this tells me two things. This tells me that perhaps it's a good idea because people have seen it as valuable before and invested time, energy, and resources in trying to implement it. And it also tells me that maybe it's difficult, because I guess previous attempts never really gained the traction necessary to become a universal identifier. So I really hope this sort of brief introduction has kind of piqued your interest into Place Key, and I'm sure that many of your questions will be answered in the following session. So if you will please navigate to the next session, to the Meet Place Key session. This is the main event.